Hey, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? And as of this recording, it is 11:51 p.m. January 13th, 2025. But the upload date and time to this is actually 4 o'clock. It's 4 p.m. January 14th, 2025. You know what I mean? This is the first video of the day. You know what I mean? And I was not going to make this video as of this hour on this day. But after seeing NXT tonight, you know what I mean? And seeing all the call-ups from Evolve and everything, there's a guy who he legit stuck out. And I'm like, yo, WWE is some smart motherfuckers for putting this motherfucker at this portion of the show. Know what I mean? So they've already replaced Javon Evans with Eli Knight. Eli Knight is fucking great. You know what I mean? He's fucking fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I do believe there's definitely going to be more call-ups coming soon from Evolve to thing. And that's why they did this. You know what I mean? That's why they did Evolve, so that, Evolve is basically, Evolve is for mostly the WWE NIL program people, and it's for three sets. It's for the NIL program, the PC people, and the WWE ID program. You know what I mean? That's what Evolve is basically there for, right? You know what I mean? You got the varsity report there. You know what I mean? Which I like to call swipe right. I think it's swipe right. You know what I mean? And then they found Ober's replacement. And, yo, Keanu Carver is going to be a huge fucking deal for NXT this year. A massive deal. You know what I mean? Like, you got this motherfucker coming in out of nowhere. You know what I mean? This nigga threw a fucking, he threw people into he threw motherfuckers into the crowd. You know what I mean? He's throwing motherfuckers out the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he pop bumped the shit out of somebody on the table. You know what I mean? This dude basically is, some people are going to say he's Obafemi Jr., but to me, he reminds me a lot of fucking Monty Brown. He's basically Monty Brown Jr. You know what I mean? Monty Brown Jr. Monty Brown was a fucking beast. You know what I mean? Back in in the early to mid 2000s. You know what I mean? Like he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he was with TNA, like he was just tearing shit up. And oh yeah, don't forget he was also in ECW too. WWE signed to the ECW and stuff. And that's a great what if story, because that motherfucker was, you know what I mean? Like, Keanu Carver has the pounce too, just like Monty Brown. You know what I'm saying? And after seeing what I saw, right? Let me drink some water. Hold on. After seeing what I saw, there is no doubt that WWE is going to strap the rocket to this dude. No fucking doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? He's not an NIL guy, which was shocking to me. I thought he was NIL. No, he's actually a PC grad. You know what I mean? He's a graduate from the PC. So, he's basically, someone's going to say, well, he might have replaced Trick Williams and such. But I think he replaced both Trick Williams and Obafemi. Because Trick Williams he's not a PC guy either. I mean, he's not an NIL guy either. He's he's cut from the PC. You know what I mean? Just like Braun Breaker, right? But it's something about Keanu Carver that's just, they're gonna build his ass up just like Oba. I guarantee you. Within, I say going into 2027, if they built him up more and more and more, the dude will be NXT champion at some point. Shit, I wouldn't be shocked if before the end of this year, you know what I mean, he's NXT North American champion. I would not be shocked. But seeing someone like him, you know what I mean? He's another example of why WWE will always create superstars from the ground up. You know what I mean? Someone put a Twitter comment that I thought was very interesting, right? When they said how, the person said, well, WWE doesn't desperately need, people like Okada or Ospreay, which is true. They really don't need those guys. They really don't need those guys. But, of course they want to sign them so that, they could complement the people who they have now. You know what I'm saying? The people who they have from the ground up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, Javon Evans is not a PC guy. He's an indie guy. You know what I mean? He's an indie guy and such. But, we're talking about people from the PC. And WWE is great when it comes down to, getting, big powerhouses. That's their, that is their, their bread and butter. Powerhouses. I mean, Braun Breaker. Speaking of Braun Breaker, did you motherfuckers see that beautiful camera shot on Monday? You know what I mean? Where he speared the shit out of Dragon Lee. You know what I mean? With the fucking drone. That shit was fucking insane. But you got people like him, Trick Williams. You know what I'm saying? Another powerhouse. Another big guy. Obafemi, of course. And now you got someone like, Keanu Carver. And this is why WWE is always this is why they're so good with building talent up. Because they know what they look for in a superstar. I mean, this guy is going to be, and I don't know who else is going to be, I don't know who else is going to be coming up from Evolve to thing. And mind you, Evolve has to, they have to replenish to get new people, right? And listen, WWE knows how to build fucking talent. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of motherfuckers at the Performance Center that they're going to put out there and they're going to build up. They got WWE ID people who they're getting ready to sign and to bring up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let me think. Lash Legend, who would I replace Lash Legend with? You know what I mean? Because they had to replace it with somebody. You know what I mean? I would say Callie Armstrong. Callie Armstrong and Chantel Monroe. You know what I mean? But again, WWE is not bitching or they're not begging for AEW talent. There are certain talents that they want. You know what I mean? There are certain talents that they want for both brands, for all three brands. You know what I mean? And also AAA. But in terms of not sweating people who, reject WWE to go to AEW and stuff, they're not really sweating it. I mean, Keanu Carver, Okada. Keanu Carter, Okada, I was going to say Okada. I mean, Okada hasn't really done shit in this, in this country in terms of, making an impact, right? This dude, Keanu Carver, within one appearance, one fucking appearance, you know what I'm saying? He's already going viral. I mean, again, this motherfucker WWE knew what they had in store. They're like, fuck it. Like we already got over his replacement. You know what I mean? This dude, to me, I think he's a little bit more stronger than Oba. I think. And he has a look. That's another thing. This dude looked like a fucking boxer. You know what I mean? He got like boxing trunks. It looked like he got boxing trunks and shit. Fucking your ass up. And he was also a defensive lineman. Of course, WWE loved their football players. You know what I mean? They love their college football players. I mean, Braun Breaker played college football. Trick Williams played college football. Trick Williams also played in the spring league. You know what I mean? Obafemi didn't play college football. Obafemi was more of a shot putter. You know what I mean? But I think he did say he played football too, I think. I'm not sure. I got to go back and check. But this guy, Keanu Carver, you know what I mean? He was a college football standout for Temple. You know what I mean? Like I said, WWE knows how to make stars. They know how to build people from the ground up. AEW, imagine AEW had someone like Keanu Carver there. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do with him. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even sniff television. Why? Because AEW doesn't like to create stars. They don't. They don't. They're just like WCW. WCW did the exact same shit. The exact same shit. I mean, yo, you know, Keanu Carver is that dude you need to watch. Just by that one, you can tell who WWE is going to position to be a fucking star. And that's your man right there going into 2026 and 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to be out. You know what I mean? I will be coming with another video tonight. So I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.